our next speaker, Ansam, if you'd like to come on stage, please. She's a former Victorian police officer. She was a refugee from Iraq and arrived in Australia in 2002. She's a mother of 3 adult children and a grandmother of 5-year-old granddaughter. She established women groups, young groups and advocate groups. She worked with AMES, MRC, pre-Victorian police, and she's a new and emerging community leader. So can we please give a round of applause to Ansam?
Thank you very much for having me. I think I'm too loud. Okay, so I would like to start with acknowledging the traditional owner of the land and pay my respect to the elders past and present and emerging. Thank you for having me here today. It's my privilege to be here with you, celebrate the International Women's Day. And I think it's been mentioned already, but I would like actually to highlight it again. So over 100 years ago, there were a group of women far away from here, realized there is needs of advocate for their rights, and many other women around them. So they came together to advocate for women's rights. Vote. We can take positions beside men. Back in days, it was so hard for women to be independent, to have things that they are okay for men to have. I mean, a lot of them, they couldn't even apply for home loan, have their own house. And today we are celebrating the achievement of these women and the achievement of the women are here today, and hopefully empower young girls to have an achievement in the future. I'm going to share my story actually. I thought it's a good opportunity to talk about my story. And believe me, what we have seen today, I mean that the young girls and boys that showed us today and about the Punjabi community, it's not only in your community, it's in many communities. It's in my community that family will get really upset when they have baby girl. So I came 2002 to Australia. I came with 3 children, very young, and husband, but practically I was a single mom. My role to look after children, maybe even look for a job. And then do all other things by myself. So it wasn't easy. I came with no English. I left the school in very young age because of the marriage. And so when I came here, I didn't have any qualification. I couldn't even say simple and basic words in English. So I took any opportunity, believe me, anything that you could think, any short course, long course, any groups, community groups that could empower me and empower people around me. Because I came here and all what was in my mind that I want to be a good role model for my own children. I had 2 daughters, and that to me, I want to empower them. I don't want them to live the life that I lived and the life that my mother lived and grandmother. I want them to have a better future. And that's why I came from far away to Australia to provide them with the better opportunities. So I remember when I did my first course, it was a long course, so it was a 2 years course. but it was 4 years for me because I had to do part-time, because I was working 4 days. So I remember my Wednesdays was a long day. I was doing 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 p.m. and after that I'll have my work clothes to go and work somewhere so I can have an extra money to be able to provide them with a better life. I heard about AIMS program. It was a community guard, and I thought, that's good opportunities for me. I want to advocate for a new arrival. I want to show them the pathway. I want them not to have same challenges and barriers that I had when I came here. So I applied for that job, and believe me, I just gave that manager so hard time until she gave me the opportunity to work. I call her and then I'll say, I would like to do this position. I think I can help. And she will say to me, call me next week. And then on that day, I remember it was Wednesday, I'll call her 9 o'clock, just 1 minute after 9. And she will say to me, call me next week. And then I'll call her the following week. She had enough of me. She was in the hospital. That's why she was telling me, call me next week, call me next week. Then it was Wednesday and said to me, come tomorrow, bring your bank details, bring your bring everything, and you will have 2 hours of training. And then I took that position. And then every year we'll have a meeting with the manager to just for a personal development. So it's a chit chat with the manager to say, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And it was a position that I always wanted to, work, do. It was the community liaison officer with Victoria Police, and I thought, what a great opportunities. Just something that I can be in a position, in an organization, big organization that can actually help me to educate my community and other communities. And then one day she said to me, oh, your dream job is there, apply for it. And I did apply. And in 2011, I marked a first Assyrian Iraqi woman in Victoria Police. My challenges didn't stop there. My barriers didn't stop there either. I'm still today fighting for my rights, my girls' rights, my other women's rights. I remember my granddaughter said to me a few weeks ago, I took her a couple of times to the police station and she was impressed. She said, Nana, you work here? And I said to her, yes. She said to me, when I grow up, I want to work with you. And I said, oh, that would be great, but that time I wouldn't be here. She said, I want to wear like these people. And I said, yeah, definitely you will. And so to me, it's an achievement that my granddaughter doesn't think about the challenges that I am thinking about at the moment in my time. She's thinking about something. She wanted to be somewhere that to her grandmother had been achieved something, and she wanted to be there. So to me, it's a big success that I have made, that my granddaughter wanted to actually take the same pathway. So I don't want to take a lot of time tonight because I feel like talking is boring. What we've seen, a few minutes ago is just touched my heart, and it feels like, yes, it does talk about not problems, but it's something that we need to change. So I'm not gonna, talk for long, but what I want to say and leave a message here. What I have achieved and what I can do, you definitely can do, and we can actually empower the young girls to do even better. So thank you very much for tonight, and I really wish you guys enjoy the night and beautiful, and hopefully we'll see more of this achievements and a very success events in the future. So thank you.